Purchasing your very first real estate property is a great way to start investing in your future. I'm excited to share with you today our story on how we were able to close on our first real estate property at age 21 as college students. Specifically, I will be sharing how we saved up our down payment as poor college students, how we found the best property for our budget, and some important information on how to get the best rate and deal at closing. Before diving in, I'd like to introduce myself and share a little bit about us, the B-Singers. My wife, Sean, and I have been through many trials and successes on our path to achieving FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Although not yet retired, we have learned many valuable lessons related to personal finance, investing, and much more. By sharing our stories and tips, we hope that you can also find inspiration on your path to financial freedom. We are rooting for you, our FIRE friends. Please subscribe, like this video, or drop a comment below. We'd love to hear what you think. Also remember to check out our FIRE blog with valuable FIRE content. See the description for more details. Shortly after my wife and I were engaged, we started thinking about whether to rent or purchase a place after becoming happily wed. Since my in-laws are landlords and own real estate, my wife possessed a very different perspective than myself, an investment perspective. Many people I knew would tell me, just rent. Many couples in college do that anyway and are slowly building up to purchasing their first home. My wife would then tell me, I will never pay rent to a landlord. Instead, let's buy a place and rent it out in the future. So this would be our first property and not our forever home. We found a property in Utah that was in an excellent location, in close proximity to 2 colleges. This means it would be easy to rent out in the future. We also converted this property into a rental later on. Make sure to subscribe and we will be sharing another video covering our first rental. So we started to think about how we could save up and purchase our very first home. An important lesson we learned in life is to think, how can I do something? Instead of, oh, that's just too hard, I don't know how. Now I want to share how we saved up our down payment. When my wife and I were engaged, we moved into my parents' home where we lived rent-free. This helped us save a ton of money. I then switched from working part-time to full-time. After not too long, I was promoted to a bilingual supervisor. Having full-time work and full-time school was no easy task, as many of you already know, but it was worth it. My wife was an international student and was only allowed to work on school campus as part-time employee. Since my wife worked at the school we attended at the time, we both enjoyed discounts whenever we ate or shopped on campus. This helped us cut down on eating and shopping costs. Both of our parents helped out with our wedding reception and honeymoon expenses. Our wedding was very simple, and this helped us save more money. The other thing we spent money on by ourselves was our wedding rings, which totaled around $150. We've saved as much as we could during our daily life. For example, eating out less and bringing our lunch boxes to school or work. Another difficult decision I made was to sell my luxury vehicle that I could not afford. I'll share more on this in another video. An accumulation of many small decisions saved us tons of money in the long run. Towards the beginning of May 2017, we were happily married and just finished our finals. I then worked an additional job during the summer and saved up more money for our down payment. So 1 full-time job plus 1 part-time job. 3 months after our wedding, we had finally saved enough for a down payment and started looking for our first real estate property. Now I'd like to share how we found the best real estate property for our budget. We checked many different places in close proximity to our colleges in Utah. We calculated our income and set a budget so we would not be maxed out for the monthly mortgage payments. We knew that maxing our mortgage out would have greatly restricted our cash flow each month. We found a nice house for just around $100,000. The property was an older but cute townhome built in 1970 with 2 bedrooms and 1.5 bath. The previous owner did some nice remodeling such as repainting walls and putting in new wood flooring, etc. We were super happy when our offer was accepted. In total, we put down $20,000 for our down payment. Since the down payment was 20% of the house price, we did not need to pay mortgage insurance. Yes! Our monthly mortgage payment was $850 total with HOA, utilities, and internet. I still remember when at closing, the worker of the title company told us, wow, your monthly mortgage payment is even less than many people they knew who were renting. To help you get the best rate and best deal, When working with a lender, we recommend finding at least 3 different lenders to compare and negotiate with. Go shopping. One of the lenders we worked with told us they would take a cut on their own commissions to give us the best deal they could. You may be wondering which documents you'll need to give your lender. Here are some of the most common required documents when applying for a home loan or refinance. Your lender may ask for additional documents on a case-to-case basis. First, 2 years of tax returns, pay stubs, W-2s or other proofs of income, bank statements and other assets, all of your debt monthly payment history, your credit score, credit history, gift letters if somebody helps you with the down payment, etc., photo ID, social, rent history if you're renting, mortgage HOA history if you're a house owner, the home insurance company if you have a preference. Usually it will be cheaper when you bundle with car insurance. If you have tenants, include rent payment history and current lease agreement. So by September 2017, we had successfully closed on our first real estate property. My wife was 21 years old at the time and I was 23. The underwriting process and everything took approximately 1 month to be completed. Waiting for the underwriting and everything to get approved felt like forever, since it was our first time going through the process and we were worried we would be denied. Our lender comforted us by saying, as long as the information is correct and not falsified, everything should be okay. And it was. Everything ended up turning out amazing. We made a big step towards our FIRE journey. Little did we know that we were going to learn much more in the years to come. For more valuable personal finance and investing content, please subscribe and visit our blog in the description below. We'd love to hear from you in the comments too. Thank you so much and best of luck to you on your path to financial independence. We'll see you next time.